Hello and welcome to Reviews. Now, Butters is asleep, so maybe she won't jump in on this video, especially since I actually had to go to Comixology to get this issue. Maybe I should turn my flash on. There we go. I was just trying not to get a glare. I went to my main comic shop. They didn't have any copies of Young Justice, so I went to my backup shop, and they had sold out. So there's a third backup one. I have I guess my tertiary comic shop, but I just didn't feel like going out there this weekend. I just never had a chance to. So I broke down and went to Comixology and bought the issue there. Now, I loved Young Justice, and when I say Young Justice, I mean the comic, the original Peter David one. That was just it was fun. It was a fun comic. Um, the characters were written pretty much on point. It was goofy at times, but not insultingly so. You know, um, Peter David. No matter what you think of him, he can write some pretty good stuff. And now there was also the cartoon, and I never watched it myself, but my son is a huge fan of it. Um, and I think I've seen maybe a couple minutes here and there. So I don't know. Is it still on Netflix? Maybe I should go back and check it out. But anyway, as you see, we have the classic, um, more or less the classic lineup. We got Bart Allen Impulse. We have the Tim Drake Robin. We have the Connor Superboy. And of course, we have Cassie Wonder Girl. Um, there's a couple new characters that are introduced in this book. We got Teen Lantern, which, there are so many Green Lanterns. Um, if you want to have a Green Lantern analog, they should have just made up a character, with like maybe blue rays or purple rays or something else different. Just kind of distance itself from Green Lantern instead of going for the obvious pun, teen, green, whatever. And then we have Jenny Hex, which apparently is going to be the current day of uh, descendant of Jonah Hex. So, of course, we have Amethyst. Nope, my tablet. I guess I should have hit the button before I started. Then, of course, we have Amethyst. Now, I never read the Princess of Gemworld series back in the 80s. I've heard some people, it's well loved, and I just never got around to it. So here I am. I'm excited for Young Justice, but then I saw Bendis. I saw that in the ad. I'm like, maybe? No, this is usual Bendis. But at least it has Gleason art, and I loved his work back in the day on the Green Lantern Corps. So at least it'll be nice to look at. One of the things about buying it digitally, for good or bad, is apparently there were a lot of alternate covers. So we have to kind of go through them all. That one's kind of cool. Not really a big fan of this one. Um, okay, that's interesting. Oh, and what's interesting is the Teen Lantern. Um, you don't see her um, in the book. I mean, you see her in armor. She looks like a diva from Overwatch, but you don't see her outside the armor construct. And of course, we get this one, kind of a parody of that meme. Um, and Cassie, and of course the inks only. So the book opens up with apparently Gemworld talking about how there have been 7 crises that have affected the Earth, and of course they affect Gemworld by extension. Let's see, 7 crises. Of course, the original crisis, 0 Hour, and let's see, Infinite Crisis, and then Flashpoint probably counts as a crisis. Yeah, Final Crisis. There's 5. Um, Rebirth, is that really being counted as a crisis? Not really. Um, I'm not going to count Identity Crisis or Heroes in Crisis. Those weren't really world altering, but there's like 4 of them that I think. What are the 3? Am I missing some? Anyway, so yeah, Earth. we cut over to where we're introduced to Jenny Hex, who is being pulled over by a cop. She has a gun in her back in the back of the truck. So cop pulls her over, and yes, name's Jenny Hex, license and registration. And see where I come from. If you don't have a shotgun and what do you got back there? Just everything I own. Moving to the big city, looking for a change of scenery. Can I see what's underneath the tarp? Have I done something wrong, officer? I really need to see what you have under there. And so, listen, what if I told you I'm not entirely sure what I have what? And I came all the way here to the home of Superman to see if there's someone here who can help me. So, she's in Metropolis. Okay. And then things start happening in the sky. She pulls the cop out of the way, and I got turned sideways. Apparently, the people from Amethyst, from Gemworld, come. They want to talk to Superman. And let's see if I can zoom in on this. Bring me the one you call Super. The 12 Kingdoms of Gemworld would have a word with your champion. Please don't step on my line. Ha 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 ha. Well, at least it's not the usual, setup, punchline, canned laughter. And so they're, I don't know, freezing people in this ray thing. Whatever they do in case of, I don't really know too much about Amethyst. So she gets her gun out and shoots the guy, and I'm having a weird day. Okay, she reminds me of Elsa Bloodstone. And then Robin shows up. Okay. Well, one of them, I find out it is Tim Drake. And he's, fighting, she's fighting, and I don't care. Because then we go back 4 minutes earlier, and we find, yeah, look at that, see? She cut him off. See how they're past, there's Robin there, and, she cut him off, huh? Yeah, their paths crossed. And he just happens to run into Cassie. And, what are you doing? And she has a secret. She's not explaining why she's in Metropolis. And, yeah, when did Tim Drake become Robin again? So how you ended up, how you ended up in Metropolis? Where you been? And, I've been feeling, it's hard to describe. Like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not sure what I am supposed to be doing. It's hard to... Okay, sure, but what brought you here? And a lot of people say living under Superman's watch could be, I don't know, relaxing, less stressful. Boom, then there's the thing. The alien invasion. She doesn't want to go help, though, so Robin just automatically is in costume and he's out to help. Okay. And he starts kicking Gemworld butt. Okay, cool. And, Maggie Sawyer shows up, and she's... Sorry, I had a little thing in my throat there. We need a full city evac immediately. I'm not even slightly joking. This is a major catastrophe happening right in the middle of... And there's a lot of little jokes here. Fascist and savage. What a combination. I swear I said the same thing the other day. Maybe I heard it from you. Okay, fine. It's a funny line, but it's not as bad as everything else. Things we've been seeing recently. And then all the cops are, suddenly moved because Bart Allen. Yeah, stupid lines. Call someone, anyone, Superman, the Justice League. Call Harry Potter. Who are you? Impulse. Who? Kid Flash. Then say that then. He deposits them all on a playground. Okay. That face is a little goofy for Gleason, but... And, crazy day, even for me. 1 minute I'm writing to Canada to join Alpha... What? Okay, assuming Alpha Flight, the Marvel Canadian Super Team, but... What? Why? What does that mean? This is the problem with, having a tablet. You gotta turn it sideways for some of these. I guess I could do the whole zoom thing, but yeah, the art is good in this. I mean, for some random senseless alien attacks, on the planet Earth. And where is Superman? I know the guy can't be everywhere at all times, but you think he'd be here? He's gonna be bummed he missed it. And who am I talking to exactly? You're not talking to me? Can you guys hear me? What? So yeah, there's still the aliens are attacking. See, hubris. Where is Superman? Superman never shows up. Again, he can't be everywhere, but you figure that they even showed Jimmy Olsen, trying to signal him. And so Jenny says, ain't this the darndest thing? Which part? Oh, all of it. Hey, is that a real gun? And, of course, he asks her to use something a little less lethal. And that's when Cassie finally decides to join the battle. I didn't get this in, obviously I didn't get this in the paper version, so did they really have all these 2-page spreads in the book? It was a $5 book. And Robin says, uh-oh, what? You asked for it. Wonder Girl is back. And, hey, you okay? I'll freak out later. We'll talk about it. So yeah, Cassie has something going on. And let's go ahead and flip this back. And that's when Teen Lantern shows up. I'm new. This is nuts. Hi. Like I said, she's pretty much in a diva mech the entire time. And Jenny unearths her tarp, all her stuff, and she pulls out this kind of 50s sci-fi ray gun type thing. And so, yeah, we get these silly things. Bart, we talked about this. I know, I'm impulsive. It's my thing. This is my first time doing this. What are you talking about, please? And they're all making their comments. We're being invaded. No, us, we, duh. Young Justice is back. Let me get to the end. I got so many freaking questions. And so they basically follow them into the portal as they return to Gem World. The general people, left a message basically for Superman after they caused all this problem. Oh, we are retreating. This is embarrassing. No, we have what we came here for. What? What exactly did you come here for? And I'm going to stop on that because it was basically a few more pages where Tim meets Amethyst, and there's the last page, Connor reveal. So yeah, this is Bendis. It's frickin' Bendis. Let's go back to here. This is like the first time Bart Allen's been back in the DC universe that I'm aware of. Because when they had Titans right after the New 52, they had Kid Flash, Bart, but it turned out he was Bartor. He wasn't Bart Allen. And Connor has not even been in the DC universe since the New 52. They had the Jonathan Kent, but then Bendis went and screwed him up and, sent him to the future and brought him back as old. The less said about Bendis, the better. So, we decided we're going to add 2 new team members, which don't really know enough about her, but there's been a lot of focus on Jenny Hex. She's interesting. I'm kind of curious to see where they're going with her. But why would you introduce these 2 new characters when we still have kind of the mystery of how Bart and Connor are back? And the fact that this doesn't seem to be the first incarnation because Impulse even says Young Justice is back. Okay, what is going on with the continuity? I know they're trying to weave pre-New 52, pre-Flashpoint back into the continuity. And, Doomsday Clock should have been done by now, because that's what that looked like it was going to do. Because in the heels of DC Rebirth, and this is kind of a mess. It's a pretty mess. We don't find out why is everyone in Metropolis. Okay, I'll give Bart. He's super fast. He can get there immediately. Why was Teen Lantern there? Okay, Jenny has a reason to go. Why are Tim and Cassie in Metropolis. It's very almost contrived that they all happen to be in the same place when something happened, instead of them all reacting to something and joining together. Um, oh God. And it's typical Bendis. Who cares what the continuity is? We're just going to go ahead and this is the story I want to write. These are the characters. I'm going to write them how I want. How Bendis has like blackmail pictures. He has to, and that's how he gets his way. Um, the art's nice. I did like the art. Um, and I like Countercut. I even like how they've kind of brought back the '90s original. I know some people like the jeans black T-shirt, but this has a nice, quaint look to it. Um, it's updated a little bit, so it doesn't look too rooted in the '90s. But it's nice to have Connor back, even though we lost Jonathan Kent and. Now, this is Wonder Comics. I guess like one of their little imprints, like they do. Whenever DC does these imprints, they always fail. What was the one? DCU, and they had the young animals or something, and I think that failed. And I don't know why they do these little imprints. So maybe this continuity isn't quite with um the main DC. Maybe it's kind of like a tangential, slightly connected. This book's dumb, and I hate to say that. It's pretty to look at. It's got some potential, but it has Bendis, and I don't trust Bendis because he'll write whatever he wants. And it's also the other thing I always say. I always go back to Jim Shooter. He said, always treat every issue like it's someone's first. And this is like, it leaves you with more questions. Okay, the hook of how Connor got back, that's fine. We get a last page reveal, that's fine. That's going to be part of the story. But how is Impulse back? How is Robin back to this? And uh, you gotta give some answers. You can ask more questions, but you have to give some answers. And this, at least it's a quick read. Um, and the amethyst, the gem world, to people who don't know what gem world is. Uh, the opening few pages are going to be like, okay, who are all these people? Stop. That's why I hate comicsology. Oh wow, it's just instead of sliding over, it's just melting. I don't know how I did that. Um, but yeah, these first few pages. Oh god, I did it. I got it in that mode. There we go. Um, who are these people? Should we know who these people are? Um, should we know anything about Gemworld? And like I said, I only know the basics of it from what I've picked up through osmosis and just reading comics over the years. But I can't believe I actually talked for 18 minutes on this stupid book. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm calling it a night. I can't even deal with this. Oh, that cover's kind of a laugh. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.